Hi everyone, Irina Bakley is here, a licensed relationship therapist from Irina Bakley Counseling LLC.com. I provide individual and couples counseling sessions in my private practice in Wake Forest, North Carolina, and I also offer virtual counseling sessions when appropriate. So today I wanted to talk about what to do when couples counseling is not working anymore for you. This comes up a lot in my couples counseling sessions, and um, there are many different reasons why a couple might be feeling, a couple and the therapist really might be feeling stuck in their progress and feel like there's not much movement is happening, not much progress is happening in the session. Sometimes it happens because one of the partners or both partners have kind of endured more than most in their lives, and they have experienced significant amount of trauma, and so that keeps them feeling stuck and like they can't get over kind of certain raw spots or points where the pain is just too high, or sometimes one partner or both partners again might be not disclosing everything during the session. Maybe there is active ongoing abuse or addiction or affairs that are still kept secret, and that makes it very very hard to get anywhere during the sessions really, or it may be that their problems and their cycle that most of us who are in a relationship get stuck in is just the problems are too big and the cycle is too active, that waiting the whole week for traditional weekly couples counseling sessions is too much, and it gives too much room for escalation, and then there is no improvement. There is not much improvement seen, kind of in a long term. And so, what to do when you feel or when your therapist brings up that it feels like there is not much progress being made, and that there is something else is happening. So, we're going to talk about three different options very, very briefly. Option number one, some therapists, including myself, offer crisis counseling programs where you do a lot of therapy, like in a short period of time. So let's say, for example, some of my couples would do 2, 3, or 4 sessions a week for a period of 4 or 5 weeks. That way, we are not waiting a whole week for that 50-minute session that we're doing. And there's not much room for escalations and problems and things that can go wrong happen, and we can we come back and we come back frequently enough, within those several weeks where we can recover very effectively, and work through and process everything that needs to be processed and done during the program. So again, option number one is crisis counseling programs or sessions where you do several sessions in several weeks, and then you can make a lot of progress that way. This works really well for couples where one partner may be traveling a lot for work, or there is no, or they don't want to wait the whole week for those weekly sessions. The second option would be considering a couples intensive, and there are very different types of couples intensives out there. There is a half day mini intensives, there is a 1 day intensives, 2 day intensives, 3 day intensives. Some of these intensives include kind of room and board and the whole retreat feel to them, and some of them are strictly kind of specialized therapy, therapeutic, in more structured intensives. And so, for example, I offer 1 or 2 day intensives where we spend whole days together. We have as many breaks as we want, and it's very loose structure, but we really dive in, and we really break everything down, and it's a very individualized approach. So it's not just like one. It's not a one kind of pre-designed program. I have I have a general sense of agenda, but it's really individualized to each couple's needs. And so we meet together, we eat together, we kind of hang out, we process, we break down for lunch, then we come back together. And so this way, couples have this opportunity to really jumpstart their relationship. It's good for out of town couples, or couples who live a little bit further away. I had a few couples from out of town who come in for the weekend, and then we do the intensive, and then they go back kind of, and a lot of times couples understand the importance of couples therapy, and they kind of get their buy-in into the therapy, and they want to continue with kind of weekly or bi-weekly or check-ins with the local therapist. And then the third option would be, if you feel like you're not making enough progress in therapy, if something is going on, is talking to your current couples therapist. And this hopefully should be a no-brainer, because therapy is a safe place for everyone to talk about things that are not comfortable, including things like, hey, I don't feel that we are making enough progress. I don't know whether it's me or my partner, or it's you or your approach. Like, let's talk about everything together. And most therapists, most highly skilled therapists who have specialized couples trainings, they understand this, they know this, and they would be happy to talk about it and to come up with a plan that works for everyone, because we don't want you to be in couples counseling forever, but we really want to make sure that it works for everyone on the same page, and it's effective and it's working. Hopefully that was helpful. Again, we talked about 3 different options that you have when couples counseling is when you feel, or your therapist feels, or your partner feels that couples counseling is no longer working for you. One, engaging in some sort of a intensive weekly program where for several weeks you work together with a therapist, where the second option was to do a couples intensive, which is a beautiful highly effective way to jumpstart your relationship, to get quick results, to stop being miserable, and to feel good in a relationship, as a person in life, to be happy. And the third option is talking to your therapist openly and honestly about your feelings about therapy and what can be done there. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you guys, and I will see you guys soon. Bye bye.